corridor. So I want you to get ready. Please pay attention. I'm a state certified driving instructor. We're going to point out very dangerous things of all these psychopathic drivers. So we're coming up to a private drive. We want to look left and right. If it's clear, we go out. But remember, cars and people are sleeping and not paying attention. I need you to come out here with authority and passion. If you don't drive with passion and a focus on safety, you just won't survive. I understand why a lot of people don't want to drive. They have anxiety, people are very aggressive. Hey, I teach it every single day. And on my journey into corporate, I'm going to show you how these drivers drive, why they're psychopaths, and what we can do to not get killed by them. So it's wet outside. We got to slow down sooner. But you're going to see a lot of fools out here. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? We're going to see a lot of fools out here who are not paying attention. If it's wet, you want to increase your following distance. Real talk. People just don't care. They're going to drive as aggressive and as fast as they can. So with that in mind, you've got to focus yourself. I have my blinker on early. I'm going to be making a left turn over all the way to the left side. Now, if I choose the wrong lane, this is a double left turn lane. If I choose the wrong lane and cut off a car, I can end up drifting and sliding into the curb and break my axle. It did happen to me last summer. Now I'm going in really slow to this turn and I'm easing off the gas because I don't want to skid. I have new drag radials on the car, but it's not really made for this type of environment. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get over to the left lane. I'm gonna show you the areas of interest and safety you need to do. I want an open lane. I do not want to be behind this Ford truck. Not that I don't like Ford trucks, but I don't want to be behind them, particularly with tinted windows, because people can't see. Vision is really important. I'm going to gradually accelerate. Let's see if this turbo boost can pick up. It is. All right, you hear that motor picking up, right? I want to have this whole lane open for me. I'm not trusting anyone. I'm not being passive. I want to be assertive, but not aggressive. So I'm lifting my foot off my gas. I want to have a third gear merge on the ramp. So I want to take my time. I'm signaling early. I'm anticipating this road being slick. And I'm going to go in really slow. And you can tell by how people drive whether they're a psychopath or not. We're going to go ahead and gradually start picking up. You should be able to hear the motor shifting. I'm in third gear now, fourth gear, fifth gear, sixth gear, seventh gear. Now, if I cross this line, that's stupid because I'm cutting off cars. This ramp is designed to build up your speed to allow you to merge out safely. I'm going to use my blinker. I'm going to come out. I get a minimum of 3 to 5 blinks. I'm out. And that's a pretty smooth merge. But this car's not going fast enough for me. So I'm going to sit here a moment, calm my nerves, and then I'm going to get over to the middle lane. The middle lane is, okay, they already got over, so I'm just going to accelerate and move past them because I want an open lane to have good speed and good space. I don't want to mess around with people. I want to be safe out here. Now I'm going to get over one lane to the left. Now I'm going to readjust. I have a semi truck. I see cars tapping brake lights. When you see that, you need to turn on your four ways so you do not get rear-ended. Remember, we're in the I-94 corridor. What does that mean? Side swipe accidents, rear-end collisions, and loss of life. If you don't believe me, you type in I-94 corridor and accidents across the country. You'll learn. Don't take my word for it. I use scholarly sources. So when I open my mouth, I don't sound like an idiot because a lot of people stream and go online and they're saying dumb stuff. I'm only going to speak on what I know. Now I'm going to get over one lane to the left. Real easy. I don't want to be behind this semi, gravel, stone chips, which broke my SS Trailblazer's windshield. I just got it out of the shop, and that was $380. I was very upset. If you're hanging around trucks, you're stupid and dumb because these drivers are trying to prevent that truck rolling over. So I'm off the gas there, tapping brakes. I don't like how these drivers are driving. I'm trying to keep good speed and good space. It's a car length for every 10 miles an hour. The minimum following distance is 3 seconds. A lot of people tried to clock my T and say, 4 seconds, you don't know what you're talking about. Anytime the weather's bad or there's heavy traffic or you're an inexperienced driver, you need to back off your following distance and take your time. You see me backing off my following distance now, but now here are all these psychopathic drivers tapping brakes. There are 823 deaths to date in our location. That is real. People have lost their lives because they do dumb stuff. Driving on a motorcycle, driving between the middle of the lane, doing 80, 90, or 100, when clearly the traffic is about 75 miles an hour. People leaving late to work, people road raging. We all get tired of that. Road raging wastes energy. If we all just focus and work together, we wouldn't have deaths. We want to have 0 fatalities. But as long as people are ignorant, dumb, and psychopaths, they're still going to do random stuff to put us all in danger. A lot of these drivers out here need to go back to driver's education. And that's the truth, because we'll see things every single day. The HTS is what we're on now. This is the highway transportation system. Some cars are in great shape, good tires, good brakes. Some cars have terrible tires and brakes, okay? There's also a multi-sport motors facility that causes problems. Now, I see cars getting over. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to take my time. It could be an accident. It could be a breakdown. But I'm going to be patient and wait and not cut off a car and get sideswiped, because that's the most common type of collision, is a sideswipe. I'm just waiting. And it is scary right now because I'm on the expressway. And if I'm not careful, I'm going to get hit by a car and get sideswiped. So I'm sitting here praying no one hits me, and I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm looking, okay? You see the blinkers. There are 10 cars ahead of me, and I want to leave room. I'm trying to judge distance, and this car does not have a lot of turbo boost. I'm just stuck here, and I'm not going to be stupid. This is where you see real life. Oh, I made it. See, there's the accident. That was the accident, rear end collision. People do dumb stuff. Now I'm gonna get back over. That's why you don't tailgate. If you tailgate, you're gonna put yourself in an opportunity to have a crash. I know many of you don't believe me. You subscribe, you watch these videos, but are you really applying what I am trying to teach you? Why? Because I'm a state certified driving instructor. We don't want to hang around the semi truck. We want to keep going. We want to be safe. They're from Oklahoma. Now I see this big truck up here. These mirrors are very irritating. This Equinox, I was going to change lanes. Good morning. The police were on the way, and I think in various states, they have the emergency vehicle that helps people. Like if your car breaks down, okay, this guy needs to get over. He's just hogging around. What is going on, bro? Okay, I'm getting away from him. You see this guy in the truck? Just hogging. No one has time to play with him, okay? All the driver had to do, and a lot of you said the left lane is through hazing. Clearly, he's just sticking in the lane because he got a big truck, okay? If we follow these basic rules, we'll be able to keep the flow moving. That guy in the truck, just because he had a big truck and I had a smaller vehicle, an Equinox, he was just bullying, okay? I'm gonna pass these vehicles, I'm gonna get over to the left, and I'm using the left lane what is intended for, to pass vehicles. Then when I get a chance, I'm gonna get back over to the middle lane. Now I see brake lights. I'm gonna turn on my 4-ways. You feel a little stupid turning on your 4-ways, but if you don't wanna be rear-ended, that's smart, okay? You see truck drivers doing this often, all the time. I don't wanna be rear-ended. I'm praying. You're gonna see trucks coming. You're gonna see cars coming. You see me checking, you see all those trucks and cars? They're waiting to ram you, bro. They're waiting to mess up your car. And I don't want that. In terms of the police, every force is different. Chicago gets there really quick. Houston, Texas gets there quick. Michigan gets there quick. Do your research on how long it takes for them if you're involved in an accident or an emergency scene. The speed limit is 70, but it's raining. People are doing stupid stuff. They're psychopaths. They don't use blinkers. They tailgate aggressively. They cut you off. I don't want to live like that. And I understand why people don't want to drive. I have a couple of adults. They're 27 years old. They haven't driven yet. And I have the task of teaching them. And that's fine. But remember, it takes 10 years. If you're 27, it's going to be 37. If you're 29, it's going to be 39. Like this big truck, they should be getting over. Okay, get over. Again, 823 deaths in our region. And that could have been totally avoidable, but people take life for granted. They do dumb stuff. They drift, they race, they ride on a motorcycle. That's a guaranteed way to death. One of my students, her mother is a critical care physician. She told me a lot of times with these motorcycle crashes, the people are in their 30s and they end up needing permanent home care for the rest of their life. We're talking about brain injury. Do you really want to be in that situation? I don't. I had my opportunity to ride a motorcycle and it wasn't good. In college, I hit the front brake, I flipped over. And in the parking lot, as people were laughing at me, I said, I'm done. And one of my friends out of Kawasaki, we were stupid. We were driving through the neighborhood, no helmet on, white tee. We were feeling cool, but really, it was stupid. Okay? You gotta wear proper gear out here. And I'm trying to keep good speed and good space. The one thing you'll see in these videos, you'll see best practice. We're in the left lane, we're keeping space, I'm taking my time. I'm not worried about the other psychopaths out here. I'm trying to keep good speed, good space. I'm trying to move forward. I am a passive aggressive driver. When it's time for me to make a move, I try to make it efficiently, keeping the other driver in mind. I'm not going to do something crazy aggressive to put other drivers in jeopardy. That's selfish. That's how you die in your 20s or 30s or 40s. The people who make it past 35 really had a good instructor. They continue to get better. They're taking a driver improvement course. They're looking at my content. Why? Because I'm a veteran with over 24 years of experience. And I've been through the cities of Detroit, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, Kansas. And when you see these videos, you're gonna be like, oh man, I kind of know where that is. Okay? So we're just taking our time. We're at 31 miles an hour. And if you're speeding through here, you're going to hit a car. You're gonna smash your whip and then you're gonna be upset. Because cars are expensive. And they cost a lot more than you think. Insurance costs are crazy. And it's just not going to end up in an adequate situation. No one really talks about this because this is the dark side of the psychopathic behavior. Because the insurance companies, I'm not saying they want you to crash, but when they crash, they know they can double your rates. And eventually, if you keep having accidents, they're going to put you in a pool of drivers who are high risk. And you're going to pay high risk money. If you don't believe me, those of you who are over 24, right around 24, 25, your insurance rates will drop. It's kind of dangerous here, okay? That's not a real blinker. Too low blinks. I'm keeping my space. I don't want to hit that little white marshmallow. Okay? So about the insurance costs, if you have an accident in your late teens, early 20s, that accident is going to stay on your record a few years. And if you get a ticket of speeding or a civil infraction, running a stop sign, a light, your insurance rates will go up. And you might even be called in by the state to say, listen, you got 2 tickets within 3 years. Is there a problem? You might be called in for a hearing, and that's when they could take your license. But sometimes that needs to happen because drivers are very reckless out here. And I think most of us want to be safe. I think by picking up our kids, dropping off our parents, rushing to get to work, and we all have been there, but you just can't do stupid stuff. Like these cars should be getting over. I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna show you what you should do. Done. Okay, now I have an open lane. That's all that little white car had to do. Okay, because I think we get comfortable just sitting here, and then I'm gonna make another lane change. You see me? I'm going through traffic, not sitting down and waiting. I don't want to deal with this. Now I'm going to get back over because I see slow cars coming out, and I'm going to go ahead and get over one more lane to the left. I hesitated a little bit, but now we're really kind of moving through traffic instead of sitting in traffic. Okay? And you see a difference. And I think people get comfortable with easy patterns. Sometimes you need to be challenged. And you can see where I'm moving through traffic, not recklessly. I'm aware of that big tanker. I don't want to have death, because if I cut off this truck, which I would never do, my life will be gone. Why would I do that? Respect all semi-trucks. So I want to move through that blind spot, the no zone. Left side, right side, front and back. And I'm trying to look ahead around the curve. I see this Honda, I see a Tesla, I see another Equinox. It feels pretty invigorating to move through traffic. Always, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I'm like, I'm getting a good job. I'm going to save money. I want to move out of my parents' basement. That's the positive manifestation all of you should have. If you're older, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you're like, you know what? I want to start that new company. Good morning, E. How you doing? I'll be going to the post office today. So I'm in the left lane. We're 63 miles an hour. There's nothing I can do. In about 2 miles, I need to get over to the right. It is a little pressure. I know I'm gonna have to make a smart move, and I just want to keep going. That semi-truck is in the left lane. What are they thinking? There are 3 lanes. That semi-truck is blocking lanes. These are big trucks here. I'm not gonna do stupid stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get over 1 lane now. 4 blinks. And I'm gonna get over 1 more. I'm trying to be as smooth as possible. Whoa, that truck's coming a little close. I wanna keep moving. But if you don't set a goal for yourself, you're not gonna reach any goals, right? I'm backing off my gas now. Like, my goal is to set up a nonprofit. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was threshold breaking. I swear. I thought it was not going to be good. Ooh, that was scary. I used the ball of my foot, and I swear it was about to be a bad outcome. I was a little scared. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm just trying to settle down. Stop and go traffic. What are these fools doing? So now I'm increasing my following distance. It's 55. We're doing 34 miles an hour. That's a very powerful vehicle, that semi-truck. I don't even want to mess with it. I'm gonna back off some. This bridge is backed up. This is scary. This ramp is backed up. I'm not spraying no one hits me. These short ramps are notorious on the I-94 corridor. They've been built in the early 60s and 70s. They're very short, very small. For a new driver, anywhere from 21 to 41, if you don't pick up speed, you're going to get ran over. I've taught adults, you've seen some of my videos, I've taught a lot of adults, they come out at 40. That's not good enough. You will get ran over. We're just stuck here. This is in Detroit, Chicago, Texas, New York. I was just down in Texas last week, and the traffic is ridiculous. I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want to get hit by a psychopathic driver. We're trying to keep space. If I get rear-ended, I'll just have one collision. Or if there's an emergency situation, a relationship situation, a violent situation, we never know. You always need to leave an out. An out is here in case something bad happens. I was taught that very, very young, early on by my uncle. Leaving out, boy. Quit tailgating. These people are crazy. And it's true. We don't know what mental situation people are in. Okay? And we all need social emotional. I'm telling you the truth. A lot of people, a lot of men particularly, can't talk about it. You need social emotional. When you become a father one day, you're going to have a son or a daughter. They're going to need you. Okay? That's a retired veteran. He's out here panhandling, begging. This is a J-turn. This is a J-turn, and we're going on a crossover. No blinker. I'm not going to come in front of the bus and be stupid. I'm going to sit here and wait and look and check traffic. I'm just waiting. I'm moving up. I'm looking for blinkers and a space. I'm looking for cars with blinkers. I'm checking. This is very stressful. And if you haven't done this type of traffic, oh, there's my gap. See, I'm hesitating. Okay, here's my gap. Oh, that was stressful. And if you haven't done this type of driving before, you really need to be subscribing to the channel. You need to be punching the bell notification, because I'm going to show you real life of how these psychopathic drivers harm society. And we're just trying to get to our destination safely. Let's look at the stop sign for a second. I have to stop completely for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's all you need to do. Okay? Look at this white car. They didn't stop. Okay? You have to look ahead and think about life. You have to look ahead and think about what is the next move. We don't want to prematurely end someone's life. We want to be careful. We want to maintain safety. And we want to arrive to our destination life. People take life for granted. People take a lot of things for granted. Let's not do this. Let's all work together. I need all of you to work together to subscribe to the channel. I'm a state certified driving instructor. When you subscribe, you're going to hear best practice from a state certified driving instructor. I'm going to show you real life situations of all these psychopathic drivers out here. I'm going to give you best practice based upon your age, your ability level, because we're all different. Now, smash that bell notification. I will be talking to you guys later. Bye.